It is 3:17 in the morning. The world outside is hushed, wrapped in the velvet dark that precedes the dawn. In the bedroom, the air is still and heavy with sleep. The slow, rhythmic sound of breathing is the only audible sign of life. Everything appears to be at rest. A small, black rectangle rests silently. Its screen is dark, a black mirror catching threads of moonlight. To the sleeper beside it, the phone is just an object, a tool waiting for the alarm. But the silence is deceptive. The device is not truly asleep. While its owner dreams, the phone listens to the whispers of the network, speaking in quiet data packets, server handshakes, a tireless worker that never truly clocks out. At 3:17 a.m., it is a conduit, a silent observer, a diligent reporter, participating in an invisible process. The global network never sleeps, but it does have periods of rest. In the deep of night, when most of a hemisphere is asleep, the traffic lessens. The constant floods, emails, messages, videos, searches, slow to a relative trickle. Network engineers call these low-activity windows predictable moments of calm. A nightly lull, a brief respite from the demands of the waking world. These windows are not a shutdown, but a shift in purpose. The device uses this downtime efficiently. Housekeeping, backups, updates installed, vulnerabilities patched, new features added. Apps sync their data, calendars, contacts, notes, mundane chores performed while you are oblivious. It is also a time for passive data transmission, quiet signals about device state and surroundings. It knows its location, its battery level, and which Wi-Fi networks are nearby. It logs which apps you use most often and for how long. At 3:17 a.m., it packages this information into small bundles. They travel over the quiet network to the companies that made your phone, your operating system, your favorite apps. Each piece is tiny, but collected from millions of devices, the murmur becomes a flow. The network's quiet moments are part of a massive global system, the data economy. It is an economy built not on physical goods, but on information about human behavior. Every action creates a data point. Each click, each swipe, each pause is a signal. Collected and analyzed at scale, these signals become the raw material of 21st century industries. This is not a secret conspiracy. It is the fundamental business model of the free internet. Many services we use daily are offered at no monetary cost. We pay with data. In exchange for convenience and connection, we allow them to observe our behavior. What they sell is not your name, but the patterns and probabilities derived from your actions. They predict what you will do next and sell those predictions to others. Nightly data syncs provide a clean summary of the day, helping companies learn routines, interests, connections, even moods. Raw behavioral data is the foundation, fed into systems that find patterns and connections a human would never see. The goal, move from recording what you did to understanding why, to predicting what you will do next. This quiet, automated alchemy happens in sprawling data centers, engines of the data economy, working around the clock. The drop from your phone becomes part of an ocean, refined into a commodity in the marketplace of future behavior. The raw material gathered from millions of phones is known as a behavioral surplus, a simple but powerful concept. Beyond what is needed for service, time, route, duration, lies extra information of immense predictive value. This surplus feeds a new kind of manufacturing, prediction products, sophisticated forecasts of what people will do, think, or feel, what you might buy, watch, or worry about. These predictions are sold, most often to advertisers, to influence behavior. A predictive algorithm is a student that learns from data. Feed it millions of examples. Buy shoes, search parks, read fitness, and it learns the pattern. Eventually, it recognizes patterns so well it can guess before you consciously decide. Digital alchemy, transforming mundane traces into value, certainty, or at least a high probability. Accurate prediction yields advantage, more precise messages, less waste, subtle behavioral nudging. Your phone's nightly report turns your past actions into a blueprint for your future self. The transformation of your digital presence into corporate profit begins with silent collection, from your phone and other connected devices. It captures explicit choices, likes, purchases, and implicit ones, time on page, scrolling, places you go. Behavioral surplus is the foundation, quietly extracted, especially in low-activity windows at night. Aggregated data is analyzed by machine learning to discover correlations and build predictive models. This is not about your unique motivations, but about placing you within a statistical pattern. The most visible result is personalized advertising. Your ads are not random. They are selected for your interests, your intentions, your current emotional state. If you are thinking about a vacation, the system lines up hotels, flights, insurance at just the right moment. Turn prediction into profit. Then use your response to refine the model. Every click confirms or corrects, sharpening future predictions. Search boots once. The prediction engine follows you across the internet. An intervention, not a guess. Watch a few baking videos. The platform predicts you will want more, and adjacent interests you have not considered. It feels like a helpful friend, but it is a calculated output from a machine. Design choices, colors, defaults, ranking are informed by massive data about what works. Influence operates below conscious thought, shaping choices before you notice. Modify the choice architecture, remove friction, and the prediction comes true. Relentless optimization, color, timing, tone. Your phone contains the results of these experiments. Understanding this process changes how one feels. It shifts the perception of our tools. No longer a passive window, the phone becomes an active participant in observation and influence. Every click and pause is recorded, analyzed, used to predict your next action. That introduces a new weight to our digital lives. Convenience now paired with a quiet hum of surveillance, a shadow over autonomy. The feeling of spontaneity is undermined by the awareness it may have been foreseen and encouraged. You feel gently herded, an invisible hand on your shoulder. Privacy is no longer secrets overheard. It is systems learning habits for prediction and sales. Operating on patterns and probabilities, not personal secrets. Use with new consciousness. Be mindful of the data you generate and critical of the choices presented to you. The time is 3:17 a.m. Inside its silent circuits, the day's behavioral surplus has been packaged and sent. The device has reported back to the servers, backups done, software updated. It rests, not asleep, but ready, awaiting the first touch to begin the cycle anew. The person sleeping beside it is unaware, yet the world they will wake into has been subtly shaped by this quiet hour. The news they read, the ads they see, the suggestions they receive, each influenced by predictions made while they slept. A tailored, customized, optimized environment designed to be predictable. The issue is not simply surveillance, but the normalization of being directed by a system working toward profitable ends. As you lie sleeping, is the true problem that they are watching you, or that the watching is rebuilding the world in their image?